rhythm of the offense, the protections, about everything. DeMeco Ryans says he sees his quarterback more dialed in, more in command.
And we'll get the kickoff with Noah Whittington waiting deep, and Codrington hits it. This is going to be Whittington, a young running back they like a lot. He's across the 30, and that's where as the Texans lost in the divisional round again. Here's Marks, Woody Marks in year number 2, and a nice gain of 9 over the right side.
Preseason game.
2nd down and 1, back-to-back handoffs, and a nice play is made in the backfield on a handoff to Marks. It's Tristan McCollum who crashes.
More of that here in 2026.
It's going to be 3 straight runs and a 1st down as Marks bounces off a tackler and has a nice gain over the right side.
Bring Woody Marks.
They fake it to Marks, a little rollout to the left, and Hutchinson is brought down immediately after the catch by Trayton Stukes.
Coach, he said.
On 2nd down, quick throw. Hutchinson spinning try, and it's incomplete to bring up 3rd and 10. Good coverage. On 3rd down and 10, blitz coming. Texans pick it up. Pass is caught for a 1st down. Good throw, good catch, and the grab is made by Jared.
Is one of those receivers that is trying to take advantage.
Fake it to Marks again. He's wide open, coming out into the pattern, and catch and a fall forward to the 36. 9th play of this opening drive coming. Stroud wants to get it with his legs and now drops it off for the 1st down to Foster Morrow. And the former New Orleans.
At Garden College, he's primarily been working at center throughout camp.
1st down and 5, and Marks bounces off a tackle. Still going, touchdown Texans. What a good strong run for the 2nd-year pro from you.
And then Ed Ingram at right guard. They do a nice job pushing the pocket and creating that lane for Woody Marks. Some good tough running by him. He was expected to do a lot more last year. Drew to Mixon, had a solid year and has a solid run.
7-0 as Fairbairn knocks it through. That was an impressive. He's got Mike Washington in the backfield. Quick setup and throw, and there was contact but no flag as Jalen Naylor, the former Viking, was the target. That time
back to the line of scrimmage, and all that is foreign from their college days.
Here's a good throw, and that's Naylor with a catch and a 1st down. And that was a rocket from the right hand of Mendoza.
Out of.
Handoff is to the rookie Mike Washington, who they love. He's big, he's got speed, and he's down inside the 25.
Behind Ashton Genty.
Play action from Mendoza, and he comes back over the middle, and he's picked off. Woodez, the rookie. Mendoza trying to track him down and cannot. Pick 6 for the Texans and the rookie. Well, the number 1 overall pick just threw a pick 6 to a 4th. Make this team, and what a chance, and Woodez made the most of it. 80 yards to attempt his 2nd extra point in minutes, and it's 14-0. Mendoza threw 1 pick 6 in his college 6. Here is Washington, who is brought down in the backfield by Solomon Byrd, and a loss of 4.
He's the only veteran it's killing him not to be on the field right now.
2nd down and 14. Washington gets that 4 yards back. And Jalen Smith,
the 1 overall pick.
3rd down and 9, gets hit and cannot connect with Jalen Naylor. Pressure by Jadeveon Clowney, who is back. Whittington is swallowed up in the backfield. Penetration by Fadukasi, and a guy who spent the last 2 years here in Houston with a guard. Mills wide open, the tight end Morrow, and with the tackle and the forward progress, he's brought down with a 1st down. So they thought they had first down. They called a play. They come to the line of scrimmage and hand it off and get it anyway. But a flag comes in as Noah Whittington got the first down. Will it stand? Play action, late blitz. Whittington gets it, set up a screen. Nice play, big gain, first down.
Eichenberg, guys, are you looking at? He said all of them, because this is a team that's been pretty depleted.
Here's Sadkowitz, gets a big hit, and on 3rd and 9, he's about a yard short of a first down. And he drills it. And this just became a 17. Here's a handoff. Washington gets to the edge, stays in bounds, and picks up almost 10. Good strong run. He got 9.
Kenneth Walker and being able to use 2 backs, that's what he'd prefer.
Kubiak wants to pick up the first down, and he will. The only knock on the game for Mike Washington, fumbles. 13 fumbles over the last. They've added to that offensive line. They've got Ashton Genty. Here's Laubi out of the backfield, broke a tackle and gets a first down. And Dillon made a nice catch
Of doing, and yet he still had 1,300 yards from scrimmage.
Nice throw and catch. Grab is made, and fighting his way inside the 30 is Connor Hayward.
Really a great year for everyone.
Mendoza keeps. He's in trouble, and down he goes. Wrestled to the ground by Caden McDonald. The 2nd round pick and the rookie from Ohio State.
Offensive line coaches in the history of our league, but that was not good.
Throw over the middle to Ian Thomas, and that's going to bring up 4th down. A gain of just 5 on 3rd down and 12. And cold. Good snap, good hold. The kick is perfect. And a 52-yarder by Gate.
Came to Houston because he wants more of the workload. He didn't get as much work last year as he would have liked, splitting carries with Jahmyr Gibbs.
Mills over the right side is forced out. We'll send it down to Lisa.
Yeah, Joe, when talking to David Montgomery.
Year number 8, and was actually traded by the Lions here to Houston. Here's a pass to the outside. Catch is made by Jared Wayne, who they've looked for a lot tonight. No gain on the plate. Mills at quarterback, 3rd down and 7. And a nice completion to a receiver they love. That's Lewis Bond. A record.
Some of the things that he's impressed these coaches with were on display in that game.
Here is a little drop-off pass to Marlon Klein, their 2nd round pick at tight end. Grew up
talking about where he was drafted. They'll be saying it was a steal to get him in the 2nd round.
First down carry. Whittington over the right side, and another drive that looks pretty good being put together by Tents.
I think it's really smart the way they went about this offseason.
Whittington again pushing the pile for an extra yard. Patrick Johnson on the stop, a gain of 4. And here, 2nd and 6. Mills goes down. Brought down in the backfield, and a sack for Thomas Booker. A loss of 7.
He was impressive, snaps included, which is usually the challenge.
Texans are now 5 for 7 on 3rd down as the catch is made by Owen Wright.
We're going to see him out here right now. What have been your overall impressions of Mendoza, just even as a guy in the locker room?
Oh, he's been great. You know, you come in as a rookie and you got to start all the way back at the bottom. So he's had the right attitude. He's working his ass off. He's in here every single day.
For you guys at DC.
Yeah, I mean, he was an incredible D-line coach. He's been in a lot of different systems, and he's just a great leader of men. You know, he's a guy that loves football. He's in the building just like how I'm in the building. We walk in together damn near. Doesn't have the biggest personality in the world. He'll tell you that himself. But he's real, and he loves football, and he knows the game so well, and he knows what it's supposed to look like. He has a championship pedigree, obviously. But being able to go against those guys and join practice, had a blast, and we're almost here. It's almost football time.
We can't wait to see you out there. Thanks, Max.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Joe.
Yeah, all right, Laura. She's talking to one
week, and it's hard to take that away from a guy in a preseason game, but they're trying to protect him from himself as much as possible.
Here's Washington over the right side. Got hit, went forward for a couple of yards. Jamal Hill made the stop, and it's 3rd down.
And he usually always knows where his outlets and his checkdowns are.
Here's a drop. Malik Benson. That had first down written all over it, and Benson, who both Mendoza.
Same thing, so we're trending up.
Your first-round pick, Keelan Rutledge, he played guard throughout his college career. He might get a chance to be an NFL center. Just everyone, to a man, has been raving about this guy. Just what?
If it's Will, if it's anybody, he doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to him. So I love him, and I think he's going to be great for us.
Woody Marks got to do his thing tonight, but the addition of David Montgomery, how is that going to affect this offense?
There is. Davis Mills made some nice throws.
Passes behind but caught, and that's Klein again. To tell you his story, he grew up in Cologne, Germany. He played on a German.
To be an all-round player, they brought him in really for what he's able to do as a blocker, but he also has the ability, which he showed last week, to get up the seam. He's made some nice catches here tonight. I like football, so he's only going to get exponentially better.
3rd and 3. Passes incomplete. There are no flags. And that'll bring now wrap in the preseason. Everybody goes home happy, and it's first down for Davis Mills, who is able to complete it to Lewis Bond. Brought down immediately by Alubi. Already inside field goal range at the moment, under big-time pressure, and the pass is incomplete for Lewis Bond. And there were 3 guys bearing down on day 4 field goals during the regular season. Good snap, good hold, good kick.
Joe.
All right, Lisa, thank you, and thanks to D'Amico. Aiden O'Connell takes over at quarterback for Mendoza, able to complete it for a short gain. Catch made by Okuwe-Bunam.
He's done since he took over, and the success that they've been able to have, even though they've come up a little short.
Laubi is able to carry for a first down.
I thought it was interesting in talking with him the other day, and the way that it did, it was tough on everybody.
Laubi cuts it back up the middle and is able to get 5. Yeah, it's just been this wall.
They can be better offensively. We certainly know they can be better.
O'Connell's going to air it out. He's got Benson and can't connect. Bryce Hall, who was just added and was part of, got a nice hand from this crowd here in Houston. And now with Brett Rippon in at quarterback, he hands off to Owen Wright. And Wright is able to pick up 1. CL last week in their first preseason game, they put out a call, and here's Rippon. Good throw, and the pass is caught by Sobkowitz for a first down as Rippon dropped it in perfectly.
Boy, he sure did.
First possession, second half for the Texans, and crashing down and making that play is Tristan McCollum, the safety, as Owen Wright got just 1 yard. On 2nd and 9. Throws too high to the sideline for Sobkowitz.
You think about this Raiders team, Joe, going into last, another rebuild here this year, but it feels a little more promising than it did last year.
Passes high and incomplete. Spinning try for the grab, Josh Kelly, back in 2018. O'Connell, second series. Laubi, it's off his left hand. And incomplete with Marte Mapu there defending for Houston. In the backfield. And he gets it. Trying to find some daylight. Nice run on 2nd down. Picked up 5. 3rd and 5 coming up is Brandon Codring. They have been able to build here with the Texans. They added Reed Blankenship. Otherwise, everybody's back. Here is a completion. See where progress puts him. Catch is made by Devin Tompkins.
Starters on defense for 10 of 11 of them. This is their 3rd year in the defense. Just how does that show up on the field?
Man, it shows up big time, man. It's just everybody coming together. We've been playing so long together, so we all know each other.
You were still in middle school when Jadeveon Clowney was first here in Houston, but what is it like having him in the locker room with you now?
It's been so much fun having OG in the locker room. He brings us that old school NFL style to our room.
It's not come yet. We'll talk about that. Here's a near pick on the throw by O'Connell. Stepping in front of it was Jalen Reed. Pushing a near interception. O'Connell Quick throw. He has got Tompkins on the edge. And Devin, he is forced out with a gain of 5 by Brandon Codrington with effort and hustle. Steve McDonald, their second-round pick, found that out during camp. Went around on a toss to Devin Tompkins. Third down at 6. O'Connell, Iwobi, nice move. First and goal from inside the 5. Jalen trying to get his team into the end zone in a 17-point game. Iwobi, touchdown, Las Vegas. Is Kansei Matsuzawa. High snap, extra point is good. Rookie from Hawaii, undrafted, in a battle with Matt.
As well, she was a first baseman on our high school softball team that won a state championship.
It's a great story, and when we talked to C.J. Stroud, as this pass is caught by Josh Kelly, he said, "From
really impressed with what I saw of him, and he played exceptionally well, even beyond that."
Second down and 2. Noah Whittington doesn't get.
Rutledge needs one of those T-shirts that Mrs. Rutledge was wearing.
Third down and 2. Big hit from behind, and the ball is out. Jafari Harvey is the one voiding of the trade that happened between the Raiders and the Ravens in the offseason. And they sent him back after agreeing to trade 2.
Drew the ire of Cousins, and those two got into it. they had to. In fact, Clint Kubiak, he benched them both the next day for practice. I mean,
He's out there fighting on the field and making a name for himself. It actually earned Kirk Cousins even more respect from this Raiders D.
Open but missed was Philip Dorsett.
Pretty closely after one another to come play for the Raiders this offseason.
Third down and 10. This one for Dorsett, incomplete. Fourth down with exactly 1 minute remaining.
And they decide to bring everybody back. I think they're going to be right there in contention again as well.
I would agree with that. Here's Owen Wright. He is brought down. The clock continues to wind, and that will send us to the fourth quarter. He tore his left Achilles, or rather ACL and LCL. December 14th, week 15. Here is Jaquan Jackson.
I think what Sean Payton has done, both when he was with the New Orleans Saints and then the resurrection there of the Denver Broncos, you know, one of the really great coaches in our league.
To winningest coach rebuild with the Raiders, 39-year-old first-time head coach. O'Connell throws pass behind the target, but the catch is made by Chase Roberts, and it depends on where they put it down.
Move on from that one as well.
Third down and 1. And the rookie back, Roman Hemby, able to pick up the first down. Hemby had 60 yards. Hemby forward and able to lunge for a few, a gain of 3. ESPN Fantasy Football.
That he was still pretty good at. He had 55 catches last year as a rookie, so it's not like he can't catch the ball.
Here's a completion, and the catch is made by Chris Myrick, the former.
Him as a wide receiver and splitting them out in different areas. He's poised for a big year.
Here's a handoff to Agunbowale, and the former Houston Texan over the left side gets 11.
Kubiak uses the running back. He loves that for what he thinks his future can do here with the Raiders.
Yeah, Laura, and a guy who is going to be used all over the place.
Yeah,
handing it to him. Second down and 5. O'Connell. Catch is made by Noah Brown. Just added to this roster, and he's put together.
Route runner. I think a lot of that ability gets overlooked because he's so good in the run game blocking.
Hemby with a nice gain over the left side. Codrington with a stop. Under 90.
See a lot more multiple tight end personnel, but they're going to need something out of the wide receiver group as well.
Here's Hemby showing what he can do, picking up a first down over the right side. That's the 10th play of the drive. This is the longest drive.
Football, they can line him up anywhere And getting him healthy this year was big.
Ogunbowale is going to take it down inside the 10 and touchdown. We'll make sure he got in to try and make it just that. He does not. A missed extra point wide right. And this remains a 4-point
stuff, which is going to be a big part. Seattle ran it over 50% of the time. They were second most in the league last year. And marrying it with the play action and the run game is all a part of this system. And I watch him, and you would.
He was there,
yeah.
Which meant the world to me and meant the world to my family and my wife Michelle and my sister Julie and my kids and everybody. It was nice to have you there. It was an incredible
smile on his face.
Thank you, buddy. Yeah,
congrats.
Thank you. I was there in 1987 and got to do it in 2026, and most happy that my sister Julie and my mom Carol were there on both occasions. Four-man rush. O'Connell steps into it. His receiver fell down. And that was Jackson, Shedrick Jackson, who lost his foot.
He's on trying to find that T-shirt.
Here is Brett Rippon, I think, if memory serves, out to his right. And he slides down.
Scheduled to open up the year.
Yeah,
tested early.
It is not easy early. Handoff to Owen Wright on second down in a gain of 3. So here you go.
A lot about this team through the first month of the season, but they're sure hoping they don't start out like they did a year ago.
Rippon is going to carry for first down. Did you see the from the 4, O'Connell from his end zone? He's got his running back Ogunbowale, who is out of bounds to stop the clock with a gain of 9. On special teams or make a big play, who knows? Here's a catch, and now clearly out of bounds is Shedrick Jackson to stop the clock.
Positions of their own roster, so everybody's auditioning for something.
Here is a catch by Dorsett, and the other layer to it is this: you've got a first-time head coach in Clint Kubiak, McCoy, who's been a head coach in this league, Rick Dennison, Joe DeCamillis, on and on and on. Here's a completion. It's Jackson again. And there's just over a minute to go. And here's a catch. Clock will run. Grab made by Brandon Johnson. He got 9. More than double. You guys were pretty good with 14. Here's one down the middle. Catch is made. And they're going to mark the receiver, Brandon Johnson, down at the 1. And O'Connell is going to get pushed from behind.
A little tush push.
Well, the clock is continuing to run, and it's a touchdown.
Yeah, that was the issue. If you go with that, you got to get it across the goal line, and I was fatigued from the length of this drive. Not much of a pass rush on O'Connell. A big play there, and then O'Connell calls his own number.
So that gets up in the end zone, and here comes another extra point try. And another miss by Matsuzawa.
First time the Super Bowl will have been played on ESPN, and it'll be a big night.
Here's a pick, and that's it. Intercepted by Devin Lafayette. It's official. Raiders are 1-1 this preseason. Texans 0-2. Hey, currently over on NFL Network, November 14th, Broncos and Chiefs in KC at 8 o'clock Eastern on ESPN and ABC.